Hey there, beautiful souls. If you are returning here, I just want to take a quick second to say thank you for your support of the channel. And if you're a newcomer, hello and welcome. This is Universal Wisdom Tarot with your August monthly general intuitive tarot reading. As always, please remember not all messages will resonate with everyone, as they are general intuitive readings for the collective. If you're interested in a more personal reading, you can click on the link in the description box below this video to access the website where you can choose from the various services offered. Are you enjoying these videos? Then please take a moment to hit the like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already. It's free for you and it's a great way to support the channel. Also, it lets me know that you are interested in more videos like these. Now let's start as usual by jumping into some quick astrological highlights for the month. August begins on a sluggish note thanks to the Mercury retrograde, but have no fear, this too shall pass. By the middle of the month, around the 11th or so, life will start to move forward again when Mercury stations direct, so it's best to be patient until then. Now, earlier on August 6th, Mars enters Libra, which is a perfect time for cooperation and teamwork. No matter how busy you may be, help is available. Rally your team, and you will be amazed at what you can accomplish. Then on August 22nd, work takes center stage when Virgo season begins. Use this time for organizing the office, handling details, and creating efficiency. The new moon in Virgo on the 23rd is fantastic for beginning a new health regime. If you've slacked off on your routines like I have, you can now change your habits. And finally, I want to be sure to mention that romance turns passionate when Venus travels through Leo beginning on July 25th. Bold declarations of love, over-the-top proposals, and steamy nights add excitement to your summer. The best part is that Venus will remain there until September, so make the most of this time. And now let's see what direction the tarot will lead you in this month. I'll see you on the other side of this video where we can examine the messages from the guides. All right, beautiful souls, this is a reading for the sun, moon, and the rising sign of Gemini, and it is for the month of August. So I will begin by giving thanks to the angels, spirits, guides, and the universe for the messages they provide and for assisting me in interpreting the messages for the highest vibrational good of my Gemini seekers. All right, can I please have 4 cards for Gemini for the month of August? And the Strength card. Give the 9 of Swords. You have the King of Cups. Let's just see, I think something else, but nope, all good. Okay, one more card, please, for Gemini. You have the 4 of Cups. the bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Wands. So there's something going on at home in your family life or in your just, you know, generalities here. I'm not going to say anything specific, not specific to work, career, or anything like that. I find that you are looking for some peace, some stability at home. For some of you, you just want to get back to, I think, a peaceful place. And the reason I'm saying that is because of the first 2 weeks of the month here, you have the Strength card and the Nine of Swords. And the messages that I'm getting here for you is that I feel like this is a bit of a frustrating month. There's some anxiety around it, and it takes all of your powers to squash something, right? Strength is about taming the inner beast. And Nine of Swords is all about, you know, not having a lot of sleepless nights. So somewhere between wanting to quash and bite your lip and having sleepless nights, you are certainly in a period where you need to remain patient. And it requires all of your powers of patience to bring back this stability into your life, right? And back to that Four of Cups. So the pervasive energy here, the overarching energy, is wanting to be able to have a sense of peace, right? A sense of harmony more at home or in a relationship, and to really kind of rest and relax and have a more peaceful time. And the first 2 weeks of the year for you, or not the year, first 2 weeks of this month in August for you is not the period of where you're going to have this rest and relaxation. The second half of the month is more calm. You have that King of Cups and you have that Four of Cups. So it is more of a feeling type of month, where the beginning of the month is more about the biting your tongue and the biting your lips and zipping it and not being able to communicate. And that is actually very frustrating for you. That's why I say remain patient, because you are the communicator of the zodiac, right? Gemini, you are the communicators. You're the best communicators. So I find that this might, you know, as I said, it's going to take all of your powers of, you know, strength, whatever, to tame that inner beast and just keep a lid on it. And it's going to be very hard for you to get your ideas across, is what I'm feeling. So let's clarify that Strength card. What is Gemini taming? What is Gemini keeping a lid on? Yeah, Two of Swords. Not feeling like you know how to deal with this. Go left, go right. You can't really see the answer. Thus, you're sitting in the middle here. You're trying with all your might to get your words across, to get your ideas across, and it is not working. So as a result of that, I do feel for somebody that it forces you to be a bit more creative, right? So if you are somebody who is, you know, you're an air sign, this means you use the mind, right? You're all thinking, you're all communicating, but maybe it's time to, you know, break out some creative ideas, creative thoughts, creative actions to work around this. There's the Chariot card. That's your way forward. Okay? Your path forward is through creativity. It's going to force you to be more creative. It's going to elevate your creative thoughts. And you can channel this aggravation, this anger, this frustration, if you will. You can channel it into artistic projects, which will make you feel a lot better. Okay? Let's clarify. One more card for the Strength card. Keeping a lid on it. Right? Keeping it down. Yeah, this is kind of putting you in the mode of the hermit, which is very much, you know, you're turning inward, you're looking inward, you're trying to say, okay, well, if I can't get my ideas across, I'm not talking to anybody, right? I'm just going to turn inward. That's the hermit, right? So it's just, you know, realizing that you can't always stay inward. You have to deal with something. And this too shall pass is what I want to tell you, because as I said, the first 2 weeks of the year is one thing. Well, the first 2 weeks of the month, I don't know, I keep saying the year. That's so weird. First 2 weeks of the month is one thing. The other 2 weeks of the month is completely different for you. Now, you do have this Nine of Swords, so there's worry here, there's anxiety, there's a little bit of you know, sleepless nights, and you're, you know, trying to figure out how to deal with this. It's a little bit bumpy for you, and so you're trying to deal with those bumps along the road. Let's clarify that Nine of Swords. You know, for some of you, I feel like it might be a good time to travel in August if you can. Yeah, you're in conflict here. Conflict with either somebody else or conflict with yourself. Hence the reason for the sleepless nights. Okay, Five of Swords on that card. There is a dragon coming at you, and it's breathing fire. Okay, so you know, it's not just a bunch of characters on the card, you know, with sticks, and they're, you know, playfully playing with each other. This is battling the dragon. So this is something that's very, very tough. It's been very tough on you, or you'll feel like it's quite tough on you. All right, there is the Devil card. It's called the shadow side here, so be careful to not let this drag you too far down into a hole. As I said, I feel like things really do flip in the latter half of the month. I feel like that's when, you know, if you have bumps in the first 2 weeks, the latter half of the month is much better. It's smoother sailing there. And I feel like, you know, I feel like the family will keep you busy in that second half of the month. Let's clarify one more card for this anxiety, this Nine of Swords, this sleepless nights, and yeah, there's a little bit of karma there, but also saying that it's a turning point, right? This is the end of that second week, is the turning point, moving into the better part of the month. Okay, now I do feel for some of you that the better part of the month for you is really where you find your balance. That's what the King of Cups is. It's finding the really nice mix between what your thoughts are and how you feel, right? So having that might be, as I said, it might be in doing something that keeps you busy. Like maybe for some people it's shopping, for other people it's, you know, gardening, and for other people it's home improvement projects. Just doing something maybe with your hands, something creative, or something with your hands that brings you back to, you know, feeling a bit more grounded, a bit more balanced. Let's clarify that King of Cups. Tell me about that balance and that harmony for my Gemini friends. Yeah, Ace of Swords, getting clarity of mind and feeling a lot better, clear about this, and maybe once and for all having a breakthrough with your communication in the latter half of the month. All right. All right, let's continue to clarify. I feel like somebody's going to be very, very busy in the latter half of the month, from like, you know, from morning till night kind of thing. And I also feel for somebody else like they get involved in home projects. That's another thing you can do. It's sort of a form of creativity, is like, you know, designing your home, or, you know, repainting, or doing some kind of home improvements, or changing up your furnishings, right? I feel like that for some of you too, you need to do some more socializing. You have to do some more sharing of, you know, getting involved in the community a little bit. For some of you, that's going to help to resolve all that frustration and, you know, help you deal it. And getting busy. There's the Queen of Wands. getting busy, busy beaver, getting your hands into a bunch of things that are, you know, things that perhaps you wouldn't normally do, but it keeps your mind occupied, and it keeps you, you know, keeps you moving forward. At the end of the month, you've got this Four of Cups, which is very interesting because that's another 4, right? So 4 of Cups, 4 of Wands. 4 is the number of stability, right? As I said at the very beginning, looking for some structure, right? Looking for some order to come back into play in your life. And with the 4 of Cups, sometimes it is about maybe looking for a little bit more peace, but in the way of boredom. Okay, so not necessarily wanting to be bored, but wanting to be able to not be so much, you know, being the focus of attention. Looking for just sort of your mood to kind of calm down a bit, so you know you're not really missing out on invitations, but you can pick and choose sort of which invitations and things you want to do and which things you don't want to do. Okay, so let's clarify the 4 of Cups. Yes, 7 of Pentacles. Tending to your garden, right? For some of you, literally, and figuratively for others, right? And just really, you know, being able to, you know, get grounded, work with your hands, looking to improve things, whether that's home improvement or that's improvement in the garden or what have you, but clearing things out and looking at ways and doing things differently that bring you more peace and more comfort and more balance. And why do I say that? Because you got the King of Cups again, right? King of Cups sits on his throne in rough waters, and yet he's upright, right? He's not being thrown over in those rough waters. He's sailing he's navigating those rough waters beautifully. And this is where you're going to come out at the end of the month. One more card for the 4 of Cups. Yeah, Temperance. Just having a little bit of patience, wait out the month. All of this craziness at the beginning, all of this frustration at the beginning of the month will die away. All right, Gemini, let's pull you a card from the Archangels. Let's see what the Archangels want to pass you as a message. Please tell me what message you would like to give Gemini for the month of August, please. Message, please. That's one message, please, for Gemini for the month of August. Okay, you have Metatron. It says heaven to earth. Heaven to earth. Okay, and it says your current situation is in alignment with your mission on earth. And I'm going to read it to you from the book, so give me a second. Let's find Metatron. All right, and your message says, when Metatron comes to you, it's because you're a part of a powerful shift that is unfolding on the earth during your lifetime. So proceed, keep going, and don't give up. There is a sacred bridge of light between heaven and earth, and that bridge is you. Your life hasn't happened by chance or accident. You have been chosen. The divine has recruited you to fulfill a great mission that will bring healing and change to planet Earth. You might feel you're on a roller coaster and be unsure if you should continue or not, but there's a karmic alignment occurring, and therefore what you are facing and pushing through now is absolutely in alignment with your mission. Energetically, there is a cleanup process unfolding, so it might feel a little bit messy or overwhelming, but trust that you are on the right path and your angel team is supporting you and your mission. All right, beautiful message for you, Gemini. I hope there was something in this reading that resonated for you, and I will see you again very soon. Until then, please know that I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.